there, fellow collectors, Shuki here with a review of the Pokemon Evolution Stones from Premium Bandai. So this is one of those really weird things that Bandai decided to release. So we had the candy toy Pokeballs that we took a look at on my Pokemon channel. It's now gone and now integrated into this channel. That's why this is here. But and there's a second set of the Johto Pokeballs that I actually haven't gotten my hands on yet. Will momentarily, and we'll get this on the channel at some point. But yeah, so they decided to release replicas of the Thunderstone, Firestone, and Waterstone. As you can see up here, with Eevee, Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon, Pocket Monsters, Evolution Stones, and there's candy involved, even though the candy wasn't actually in here. It was in a separate box, and it's gone now. But I digress. There was grape candy here. On the other side of the slipcover is basically all the Pokemon in Gen 1 that used these stones, and then all of their evolutions right down here. Now, I do hope that another set is on the way with the Leaf Stone and the Sunstone, Dusk Stone, Dawn Stone, any of the evolution stones. I'd love replicas of all the evolutionary items, to be brutally honest. Give me a Reaper Cloth. I'll take it. But I digress. This was released in March 2018 for about 5,400 yen or so before middleman fees, shipping, and all that. So not too bad for what it is, but obviously it's Premium Bandai, so it's going to be more expensive than it really should be. You slip that cover off, and you are greeted with this little treasure chest-like design. Again, not the greatest design in the world. It looks fine, don't get me wrong, but like just the material, I guess, in general is a little bit disappointing, just given how it's already kind of curled up and frayed and all that. It just doesn't ultimately look as cool as it could be if the material was just a little bit better quality. But there you go. So you have the Thunder, Fire, and Water, which just kind of looks like fizz on the front of the box. You open it up, and you're greeted to what is more or less kind of a mess. I do want to say right off the bat that the Premium Bandai page had these in like a kind of cloth covered, probably a foam, basically like this, except it was covered in like a cloth and it looked really pretty. So the end result was not nearly as good as the image on Premium Bandai's website. But there is this little like placard kind of, except it's paper. It's not even a sticker. I don't really get it. But it goes right in this slot right here, just so you know which stone goes in which hole, I guess. I don't know. But, I don't know, it kind of ruins the look to me, so I like to kind of just remove it, but then you got this big thing right here, so I don't know. The presentation is just kind of off to me. But, anywho, these are actually pretty cool. Here is, I kind of push this aside just for now. Here is the Thunderstone, and they definitely look very nice, and they feel pretty nice too. It's definitely not a glass. I'm pretty sure this is just a resin, but they do look nice. They certainly look really nice. I will give them that, and they are pretty accurate to the ones in the series, I believe. It's been a while since I've seen the Evolution Stones, and their designs have changed throughout the anime as well, so can't really say for sure. But you got the lightning bolt right here in the Thunderstone, and again, it feels nice. It's a nice size compared to what you would think the Evolution Stones should be. So I will give them that. And they don't do a whole lot, but again, they feel pretty nice. There is the Thunderstone. Next up is the Firestone, my personal favorite, and just because fire is a favorite type of mine, but I think it looks the coolest. The kind of crystal-like fire in there looks pretty neat. It's got a nice red, orange, yellow kind of gradient to it in the orange. Again, I think resin, but personal favorite of the bunch, and they are pretty durable, I think. I don't want to like drop it from a big height or anything like that, but I don't feel like they're gonna necessarily break or anything like that, but I wouldn't drop it from a huge height or anything like that. But they do feel pretty durable to me, for those that were wondering. And here is the Water Stone, the kind of most interesting one, I think, of the bunch, just because I feel the Water Stone actually had the most different designs to it. But this one kind of just has a bunch of bubbles, which looks okay. To me, they kind of look like melted steel or something like that, and so it looks a little bit off to me. I maybe would have just kind of preferred like the Firestone, but just a water droplet in there instead. I don't know, but they pulled these from somewhere, so it's accurate to whatever they're sourcing at the very least. But again, and not my favorite. I don't particularly like how this one turned out. But as you spin it, the little bubbles in there do kind of vary in size based on how the light is going through the stone. So that's a cool effect at the very least. So there is that. But yeah, just not really a huge fan of how that turned out. And so, yeah, like I said, that's really about it for these. So you're looking at about $50 for this set, which isn't terrible, but it's not necessarily great either, especially when you factor in middleman fees and all that. Again, when it was on the Premium Bandai page, the presentation of like the container and everything looked a lot better than what we ended up getting. So I was okay with the price thing, because I'm like, that's a very gorgeous little display piece there. And again, that's not what we got. So that's definitely a bummer to me. I don't like this empty space, because I think the little insert, not only does it not stay in, it just doesn't match the presentation at all. But if you are a more crafty person and willing to make your own display, I think these look very nice, kind of offset by an LED. So if you're able to put them on like a soft LED presentation, they look very nice in that sort of regard. Bandai America did something similar to the Legacy Power Rangers movie coins, and they look really nice on a display with light illuminating from underneath them. So that is a display option if you're a little bit more on the crafty side and can make your nice display on your own. But in terms of what you buy, it's definitely not worth the intro price for everything. I do like the stones, and I do want more stones made. However, the $50 asking price for the end presentation, I think just ultimately isn't quite worth it. But again, they do look nice. They're just not nice for what you paid for them. But anyway, that about does it for this review. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care, and have a great one. Bye. I'd like to thank Joey, Mr. Mike, Josh, VZ17, and all my fans who support me on Patreon.